Do you know who your son's father is?
5 years in prison. What's happening in this paternity fraud case? Let's take a look.
Now, Ms. Sear, you say you have proof that Mr. Manser is Dylan's father. You argue you are here to prove again that he is the father of your son, to finally stop him running from his responsibility.
Yes, ma'am.
She wants to prove this man should take responsibility and pay child support. But is that really what will happen?
She was a friend of my aunt. She was best friends with my aunt. We all lived in the same little community. She lived across the street. I knew of her. I knew her. I've spoken to her. But as far as intimacy, we was together one time. And I hate to be crude, but it was a one-night stand.
For nothing.
I don't think after all of this that has transpired, it really matters whether it was a one-night stand
Right.
or a
It does matter.
two-day tryst.
My biggest concern-
The point is you all had a sexual relationship
Right.
at some point, so there is a possibility that he's the father of
Right.
your son,
Correct.
Dylan.
Possibility.
Okay.
He says it was just a one-night stand, but she believed they were dating. Either way, that one night could make Menson the father of her son, Dylan.
And so
And
you
you did
showed
that,
up
huh?
for court, and what
No,
happened?
I wasn't
No, he
able.
didn't
I wasn't
show up.
able to show up for court. I was completely on the other side of the state. I was indigent. I was living at my mom's. Didn't have a job at the time, so I didn't show up for court. And I was named the natural father by default.
The story continues as both individuals undergo new testing to determine if he is indeed the father.
Where's the proof? I've yet to see proof that the child's mine. He said that they obtained my DNA through a sample that was already on file. That's what she's claimed
For a
this whole
daughter
time.
you didn't raise too.
So, that's right. I'm not here to win any Father of the Year awards, believe me.
Child,
I'm
you
saying
were-
I've never been proven to be the father of this child. I hadn't met him until he was like 15 years after I initiated contact
11.
for my son, Chris. I wanted
So wait,
But I
now
paid-
are
I
you
paid the ultimate
convinced he
price
is the
for that
father?
possibility.
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Because I have had a DNA test done, and I have the results right here. Would you like a
Wasn't I
copy of
supposed
it?
well, she's worked for lab pretty much for the last 20 years. Those was I'd
Hold on.
question the validity of the results. I mean, she'd get those.
Determining who's right and who's wrong isn't easy, especially with the shocking twist that she works at the lab.
Here, your evidence clearly states that there was a laboratory test performed.
Yes, ma'am.
I see here.
I don't think it happened. I think she worked in the lab and that she's had this thing manufactured. So. I mean,
Actually, at that time, I worked at a plasma center. I harvested plasma with 16-gauge needles. Had nothing to do with DNA.
I'm sure that, you know, when you're in a business, you know other
Now,
people
what's
that's in the business.
interesting to me is that for alleged father, it's entirely blank.
That's right.
Meaning
Imagine that.
there is no social security number.
That's right.
There is no address.
She forgot to
There
put
is
that
no
part in there.
information about you. It's all blank. There's no picture of you. There's no photograph.
She didn't have that information. That's right. Exactly.
So, obviously, your contention that you didn't show up, you weren't there for this particular test is
You're
true.
right.
Because there's no evidence that you were there on that
That's exactly
day.
right. Thank
We've
you, Your
established
Honor.
that.
Thank you.
We do, however, see a lab record of a collection taken on May the 1st, 1995, which they claim was you.
The story continues as both individuals undergo new testing to determine if he is indeed the father.
Hello, Dylan.
How are you?
Thank you for joining us. Now, Dylan, I want to know about your relationship with your father.
I feel I don't know him that well.
We don't. We don't know each other.
Go ahead, son.
I love Chris, though. We've spent a lot of time together.
Your brother.
Yep.
We're gonna be brothers no matter what. No matter what happens after today.
I can't respect someone talking so much harmful to my mother like
And
that.
that's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to do that.
What do you want from today, Dylan?
I haven't seen either one of them in over a year now.
Daughter on the way.
I have a daughter due in November. You're the grandpa.
This man might not only be the father, but also a grandfather, though there's still a chance he could be neither.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and because this is a very special case, and we've had previous DNA testing done in which our plaintiff questions the chain of custody of the specimen, the actual sample that was collected.
Right. No, there's no doubt the results of this.
You filled out the proper forms.
That's right.
Including your names, date of birth, social security number.
That's right.
And you signed them, right?
ma'am.
Yep.
You presented photo IDs.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
there wasn't a friend of mine there either.
Not
That's
a
why
friend
these will be
there.
accurate.
The lab, because of the sensitivity of this issue, ran 2 tests.
Nice.
The results are as follows. In the case of Manser versus Sear, Mr. Manser, you are not
Oh, God.
his father.
Menson was relieved by the DNA results, which confirmed he is not Dylan's father. However, the next development is equally shocking.
5 years in prison. Dylan, I'm sorry, bro. but this is why. This is why I did what I did.
But this
and
is not.
She should be convicted of some crime.
No, I should not. I did
That
Mr.
is
Manser,
fraud.
Mr. Manser,
That is fraud.
I know you're upset.
He spent 5 years in prison for failing to pay child support for a child who wasn't his. He believes the initial results were tampered with and that he unfairly took the fall. However, the story doesn't end there.
You know.
Yes, ma'am.
You know who his father is.
Yes, I talk to him still.
Oh my God, she's admitted she knew the real father all along, stayed in contact with him, and sent an innocent man to prison for 5 years.
5 years in prison. And then I say, do you know who your son's father is? And you say, yes, I'm still in touch with him. That is a really huge pill to swallow.
As this shocking story comes to an end, one can't help but wonder, how far can deception go? What's your take on this incredible case? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more jaw-dropping courtroom stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, stay tuned for more.